Ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Taco Talk Tuesday. Back again for another week. Everybody, want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Delius.
That's all. Didn't know.
Yeah. I'm Brianna. You can find me on all social media at Brianna N. Price.
Ben Kaplan. You can find me on all social medias at the Ben Kaplan.
And I'm Jeffrey. Find me on everything at Jeffro5. You guys, you feel free to tweet us tonight. Everything. Maybe we might throw in a little Periscope a little bit later. See how that goes.
Yes,
but definitely tweet us. How was you guys' weekend?
Good.
What did we do?
What did you guys do?
Yeah, I don't remember what I did.
I don't remember what I did.
On Friday, where did I go on Friday? On Friday I went to LA Fashion Week.
How was that?
It was
Did you
actually
see a good show?
It's really cool. I forgot the name of the line, but I went to go see it with a couple friends. One of my friends from New York was here. It was super fun. Mm-hmm. We thought we were models. It was very fun.
That's dope.
And then Sunday I did like a shoot for Timex. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
I went back to Missouri for Mizzou's homecoming because my sister was going to be there, and her boyfriend, who lives out here, but I hadn't met him, was going to be there, and so I got to meet him in Missouri. Okay. But I didn't make it to homecoming because I got too drunk Friday and was way too hungover to go to the game. So you didn't
actually make it for the reason you went?
Nope, not at all.
Dealys, how was your weekend?
It was good. I went to an event for Tony Hawk Foundation. He had a thing for building skate parks and all that, so I was at that event. It was cool. We got to see Uriah Faber, who's like my favorite UFC fighter, and he's my height. And
I have no idea who that is.
Uriah Faber?
No idea.
He's badass.
A woman pooped all over his house.
All you need to know, he's badass.
And a woman pooped all over his house.
Yes, a woman pooped all over his house, and he did not hit her.
Yeah, I was really surprised. He was really chill about it.
What did I do this weekend? So I did my very first cycling class on
Soul
Saturday.
Cycle?
Not Soul Cycle. I did at Cycle House.
How was it?
And it was great. It was really amazing. Did that, got drunk at brunch.
Nice.
And then turned around Sunday and they had the AIDS Walk here in LA. Mm-hmm. So did that. It was 6.2 miles. Mm-hmm. And then got drunk at brunch. And that was Sunday.
That's like a good weekend. I want my weekend to look like that.
Right. All right. So you guys know how we start the show here. Everybody grab your shot glass.
Shot.
Ooh, it's cold tonight. Yes.
Ooh, that is delicious.
Last week my mom watched the show. She's like, "What are you guys drinking?" I'm like, "Shots." Hi, Mom.
All right, y'all. So we are going to jump right into. So tonight, you guys just may have not finished watching the Democratic presidential debates. Mm-hmm. Did you guys get a chance to catch it?
Some of that.
We had 5 candidates up there, including Hillary Clinton. There were 5. Wasn't it 5?
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
There's somebody besides Clinton and Sanders?
Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Martin O'Malley, what's his name? Lincoln Chafee, and...
You don't know.
The
okay.
web guy. I don't know.
The other guy.
The web dude. This dude with the neck.
Sanders and Clinton.
It was a Sanders and Clinton show. That's what it was about. So they got up there and debated the issues. Anderson Cooper moderated. Had a lot of questions. What did you guys think from any parts that you saw, read about, or heard about?
Anderson Cooper's hot.
I heard that Clinton had was very confident in what she was speaking. Haven't actually seen it, but I heard she came out really well.
She did. I mean, of course, the biggest thing they of course going to bring it up, the whole email situation, and she of course said she was ready because she has to testify, or she's going to be deposition. Was it? She's going to be deposed next week, I believe. And she's like, I'm ready for it. You know, I've explained the situation a number of times. I'm ready for it. And then Bernie Sanders stepped in and he said, I am tired of hearing about these damn emails. Let's put it to rest. She said what she said. Let's move on.
Okay. That's a fair... I mean, he's her competitor, so that's a fair... If he's saying that, I think...
Well, no, I think he's going the route of like, you know what, I'm not going to do the attack thing. You're going to like me, I'm going to beat you based off of my record and not because of some emails.
Not because of emails.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Bernie Sanders is triple OG, though. He's the only one who said Black Lives Matter, so for that, I'm very happy.
That was another thing watching it. So Don Lemon, they also CNN and Facebook sponsored the debate, and they had questions from Facebook viewers, and one of the viewers asked each candidate their position on Black Lives Matter. Do they think Black Lives Matter, or do they think all lives matter? If you remember a couple months back, both Martin O'Malley and Hillary Clinton, they were both in small scandals for saying that all lives matter. Mainly it was Martin O'Malley. He was at a rally and he said all lives matter. He got a lot of heat for that. But tonight they said their positions on it, and Bernie busted out with Black Lives Matter.
It was clear as a bell.
Clear as a bell.
That's interesting.
No question.
So were they posed with, do you think Black Lives Matters or all
Or
lives
all
matter?
lives
That was
matter.
the question.
Oh, go ahead, Brie. I'm sorry.
I was shocked that they even chose that question to be asked. And then I was shocked with how like fast he answered the question with so much like tenacity.
Right.
I'm kind of skeptical about that then.
I am too, but like at least he said it on TV.
Yeah, but yeah, that might be a vote, go out
A
to try to
voter
get a vote.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
Because to answer for the question, do you think all lives matter or Black Lives Matter? If they would have just said, do you think Black Lives Matter, and he said Black Lives Matter, yes. But the fact that they said, do you think all lives matter or Black lives, that he
Well-
only picked Black lives, the white America's like, oh.
But the thing is, I think it was more so just to see if they understand that there is a difference
Yeah.
in saying Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. It's saying, or even wearing a shirt that says hashtag Black Lives Matters is not saying we don't care about whites or
Yeah.
Indians or Mexicans or anything else. It's just in the last, 2-3 years,
3 years.
there has consistently been black men killed.
And women
And women, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. And women killed for
being black.
absolutely, for being black.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ben, you were saying something.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
have to say Hillary kind of lost me on that one. She
was swimming.
was swimming. She really, her answer.
Did
her
she say
answer,
all lives matter?
she didn't say it, but her answer
Oh.
swam into all lives matter. It really did. Sanders, he defended his self-identified status as a democratic socialist, which many commentators believe frames him as far too left-wing to be able to win the general election.
I'm gonna vote for him probably.
I don't know. And then you had, again, there were 3 other people up on that stage. I think Martin O'Malley, if anything, probably gave the most, presence out of those 3.
Is he
Like the
running?
round.
Yeah, I don't know who that
Martin
is.
O'Malley?
I
Do you
don't
have a
know who that
picture?
is.
Vermont, I don't have a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. I do have a
I'm
picture.
imagining in my head
Here
Mike
are all
O'Malley.
of the candidates. So that's O'Malley. His name might be Mike. I don't know.
No, Mike
it's
O'Malley
I
was
like,
the
wait,
host
okay, yeah.
of Global
Like,
Guts
nobody
on
knows who they
Nickelodeon,
are.
so it's definitely not Mike
And then
O'Malley.
Webb on the end, he was just crying the whole time about how he did not have time to speak. Like, everything he said was like, well, I didn't get this much time. Well, I would like to get some time in here
Nobody
to speak.
cares.
And it's like, well, stop talking about the time you want and just speak when you're asked the damn question.
I don't want a baby for a president.
That's exactly what he was giving in his response.
Baby.
Yeah.
But
What a
so yeah,
baby.
CNN, they aired it. You guys can check it out online. I've seen it already posted on YouTube if you didn't get a chance. But we will be continuing to follow the political race. Next story, you guys. So T.I., he has made a statement involving Hillary Clinton, saying, "I can't vote for the leader of the free world to be a woman." He did this at a radio interview. We have that interview. Take a look at it, and we'll come right back.
Yeah, and speaking
But-
of, oh, there is a but.
I can't cast no vote for him.
You going for Hillary Clinton? You know that's a big vagina to put in the office.
I haven't found. I can't vote for. Not to be sexist, but
Can you
I
imagine a
can't
woman
have
running?
I can't vote for the leader of the free world to be a woman.
The vagina.
Just because there are every other position that exists, I think a woman could do well.
What do you guys think about T.I.'s comments?
Said from the man who made Iggy Azalea a thing. Should we really listen to anything he says or
That's
not?
a fair point.
Made it introduce us to Iggy, but then he also dropped Iggy and
Why did
cut
he
ties with Iggy.
even introduce her? Is a bigger question.
I don't know, but it's not about Iggy. It's about Hillary. So that whole Iggy thing. No, but I don't know.
I think what he said is stupid.
Yeah.
It's very stupid.
And
Very stupid.
I think that you kind of. I'm trying to figure out how to say without getting myself in trouble.
Just say it.
Yeah, just,
I
Yeah.
think you kind of. I would vote for a woman. I actually would vote for a bitch. Can I say that? I would want someone to be like, that bitch to all the other countries that want to come over and be like,
Right.
Because Carly Fiorina on the Republican side, she got bitch face down like crazy. Like I can see it.
That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about.
See, that's why they want to.
No, but on some real shit, it's like I thought women think differently than men. Women think yes, we tend to have emotional decisions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not balanced with logic. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just feel like if that's your opinion, which is a very closed-minded opinion, and you're in the position that he's in, which is like, you know that shit's gonna end up on the internet.
Right.
How stupid are you to fucking say it? I mean, like,
He doesn't care. He probably wants to end up on the internet.
yeah, I guess that's true. It really isn't going to
'Cause
affect his
that puts
career.
him in a bunch of interviews that he probably wasn't getting for anything he wants to promote. Let's get T.I. on and have him talk about this. T.I. is on TMZ. T.I. is on View this week. You said this.
And Raven
Press.
Simone agrees with you.
He also said, no, he also, I mean, he went on, if you watch the rest of the interview, he went on to say, like, a woman can do any other job, you know, within the government except for a president because, you know, women, they make rash decisions.
Does he know that about like the checks and balances? Does he
Yeah.
know about? Does he know anything about
this
that?
was his statement. And then, of course, as they always do, he released an apology via Twitter. It says, my comments about women running for president were unequivocally insensitive and wrong. Clearly, I'm sure he does not know the definition of unequivocally.
No, somebody
I
wrote that
sincerely apologize to everyone I offended.
That's
I think it's
just
so
a,
hilarious. I can always tell when a PR firm has been
You can tell.
it's a robot apology.
Listen,
It's one of those things, you say
always
something
tell.
stupid and then that pretty much always comes out verbatim.
They're like, we'll handle this. This
Yeah.
is what you said.
Right. Yeah,
you've said
fucked
enough.
it up enough, so we're going to fix it.
Right.
But just, I mean, I'm sorry not to come down on a person, let alone a black person, but T.I., just even the verbiage in the apology, I don't believe that came out of your mouth.
No, we need to talk about how black men are so misogynistic. I think that's something that's
Not all.
Yeah, most, a lot, most,
Not all.
most.
Okay, you're done.
You just said I would vote for a bitch. Like, come on.
No, but I didn't mean like what's called. I just mean someone. He was saying that emotionally she couldn't handle it. I think she could handle it because usually when they say a woman does a job or she does something, she's considered a bitch rather than just being a strong leader. So in that sense, I'm saying I would vote for somebody like
okay,
yeah.
all right.
I'm not saying she is. That's
All
why I was
right,
like I don't want to say
all
it.
right.
But yeah,
All right.
she does not believe that at all. She's like, all right.
All right, y'all.
Anyway.
So, but in staying with this Hillary Clinton, so Pharrell, he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show yesterday, and he said it's time for a woman president. The Grammy-winning artist, he went on Ellen and said it's time for a woman to be in there. Women think about things in a holistic way. It's not so individual. I'm saying I'm happy to be a man, but I love women. The thing, if we had somebody looking after our country that thought about the things as a whole, I just feel like it would be different. Not that I don't love our current president, I just feel like it's Hillary's time. So what do you guys think?
He's bae. Pharrell's bae. He's always been
Well,
bae.
my issue is that he's backing Hillary simply because she's a woman. I agree. It's time that America be open to the idea of 100% open to women being able to be president and being just it being understood that they are just as competent as of candidates as men, but to just back her just for the trivial fact that she's a woman, I don't know, it's trivial. It's trivial that she's a woman.
I don't know if he's backing her just because she's a woman. I mean, she has credits.
Oh, yeah. No, but I mean,
He does have the credit.
I'm just talking on
girl.
what he just, what he said on Ellen. It's like,
He's just saying he would vote. It's time, he would vote for a woman, probably
Yeah.
who has credits.
I think
that's similar
I
credit.
can get.
Yeah.
It's time that people be open to the idea of voting for a woman. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, for me, it's not about. I mean, yeah, I would love to see, a woman president. I would love to see, a Hispanic president. We got a black president,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna just vote for Hillary just because
based
she's a
on
That's
woman
what I'm
and I
saying.
want to see something different.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was in it for Hillary, but I've literally watched the whole debate tonight,
the debate.
and I have to say, Hillary kind of lost me. Not to say that one other candidate got me a little bit more, but yeah, Hillary kind of lost me, and so now I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Well, Bernie, I have to wait to see who Bernie's vice president is because I don't think he's going to make it 4 years. And
Listen,
If it's
I
a
think
Dan
that Bernie,
Quayle or like
Bernie
Sarah
and Hillary, they
Palin.
had a lot of tag team moments in that debate, and they were high fiving and shaking hands a lot. I think they need to just look whoever
Yeah,
gets
whoever-
the ticket
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
should
guessing
be
that's what it's
the
gonna be.
vice
Yeah.
president.
maybe.
Yeah.
I like Bernie. I like him. He's triple OG. Like, I like him. I'm down for him.
Everybody
Yeah.
talks about how Bernie Sanders speaks at one level of volume. He has
old.
one level, and that's
He's
it.
old.
He looks like drunk uncle though.
I love
Do we
it.
really come imagine his picture, up there with the
Yeah.
other,
Right.
presidents. every time he gets up to do a State of the Union or something.
He would be
He probably
like
is
our
drunk.
least stoic president.
Oh my God!
No.
What's the dinner that they have every year with all
State dinner?
the state dinner? You would probably love it. That's where you make jokes and
Yeah.
drink and everything for real.
Oh my God, he'd be
They-
amazing.
They'll put his picture next to in the line of presidents, and someone will think it's out of place. Like this is pictures from like 1904. Which one is this?
Yeah.
This is the wrong hair. It should be next to Jefferson, right?
I'm just like, imagine all the good material Saturday Night Live can get from
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bernie
Oh my
Sanders as
God.
our president.
Oh my gosh.
That should be
Not
so
as much as like
Hillary
Donald
Clinton
Trump
was
is
on.
I
president.
you might as well vote
She
for
was.
Trump for that.
I like
case.
that.
Yeah.
Right between Trump, well, Trump cannot be president.
Oh
Right?
my
but
God.
between Trump and Bernie Sanders, Saturday Night Live, all the variety shows, like I could imagine the material that they would have.
Well, FYI, I just heard Trump is about to host SNL, so
Really?
No.
they're gonna use all that material.
Are you kidding
Really?
me?
Yeah.
No.
Because Hillary, like you just said, Hillary was on,
But she was
didn't,
like
she
on
didn't
it, like
host it though.
she was
just
like on it for a minute. It
They
was
all
cute.
do that. Yeah, they all do that. They have their like moment on there, and they
Trump
host
is gonna
it. And the
host
thing is
it?
they get to control what they have a discussion with the writers' room of what they can joke about and what they can't when they're on there.
I mean, but it would be, I don't know. The thing whole started with
kinda-
Tina Fey doing the Sarah Palin stuff,
Probably the
right?
best
So-
SNL ever.
Yeah.
Which one? I'm sorry. We're having a side conversation.
It's okay, we're only live.
All right, so moving on from who could be president to current president. So Rupert Murdoch, he is getting slammed for implying that President Obama isn't a real black president.
Oh, please.
Right. In a latest tweet, Murdoch, he referenced a New York Magazine article about how President Obama has disappointed a few minorities who wish he had done more to confront racial problems. Weeks later, he offered his opinion on the prospect of Vice President Biden entering the Democratic nomination, which I would love to see Joe Biden run for president.
I would.
Yeah.
He ripped Murdoch's comments as juvenile and disgusting and suggested that Fox News they be put on full blast. What do you guys think about his comments saying Obama isn't a real black president?
I love how some white people. Isn't he Australian too?
Right.
He's not even
Oh,
American.
is he?
No.
Rupert
Is he?
Murdoch- I believe
Really?
He's Australian.
He's
Rupert Murdoch.
Australian?
Yeah. Don't
Is
you look
it-
Australian? How they can tell what's black? You know, what gives you the authority of what's black?
That's-
What is an Australian?
Please
That's
tell
what
me.
I don't
But you see
understand
what
is
the
like regardless
Aborigines-
of what his point is in saying it is to say he's not a real black president because he is
He's
really
real.
pleasant president and he's
really black.
actually black.
He's
So
black.
it's like it doesn't matter what point you're making, you're automatically wrong right there.
I'm so over Fox News. I watch it for pure comedy just to see how they're going to react on something. But if Obama had gone in and done a lot of things for black people, do you know what Fox News would have said on that
Oh my
one?
God.
That's a good point.
Do you know what kind of... give me a reason. Like, he can't win for losing.
My thing is, he's the president of the United States, not
Thank
the
you.
president
Speak
of
black people.
Black United
You ain't
States.
talking.
And I think that he has done the best that he can do with the amount of power he can, because it's not like he says something and it's law.
Right.
He
He's not a
says something and it has to be
dictator.
voted on
Right.
by an entire legislation of people.
Right.
I'd imagine
So-
like right now is a really tough time to be president because like we as a country are very polarized. So like nobody wants to work together to get anything done. I'd imagine it's not that it was ever a great job to have, but it's probably the worst job to have right now as president. of the
Also,
United
what
States.
does it mean to really? This is something that I really always have a huge problem with. What does it mean to really be black? Oh, okay. So you have an education and you make like you don't make race decisions, so that makes you not really black. Does that mean that you associate blackness with like ignorance?
Yeah.
Or that always bothers me so much.
Yeah.
And for a white person to say that is super fucking offensive.
Well,
It's like when
it's
they
like
say...
it's like super offensive
According
because
to McGraw-Hill, immigrant is the new
worker,
black.
right?
I'm sorry,
We're
it's
a
the
worker.
Yeah,
Immigrant
every
worker is the
worker
new
instead
black.
of slave.
It's
Instead of
just
slave.
It's
like
like,
it's like what is a definition? There's no definition of fucking black. You can be tons of different things and have the same genetic makeup as somebody else, but that doesn't mean you're gonna act like a certain
Don't
way.
you hate it when they're like, wow, you talk so
You talk so
proper.
proper,
So
right.
proper. It's
I-
like you
like-
don't talk black.
It's like you said you're
Black?
not really
What the hell
black.
is
It's
that?
like yeah, I really am. I will really
Right?
get shot by a policeman if I walk down the street.
I just
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate when people confuse your skin color with the
Intelligence.
The way, yeah, the intelligence or the way you're supposed to be. Like
Right.
that's what I really cannot stand.
Yeah, it's ignorant. Do you want more?
I'd
They're
love
ignorant.
more.
We drink a lot here.
Hi, Mom.
All right, so and moving on is thing. You gonna finish that?
Hi, Bree's mom.
So
You gonna take it all?
moving on.
Oh no, I was
Don't worry,
offering
guys.
He's gonna give you some. There's some shot.
So
left.
next up, speaking of how people hate blackness,
What?
Raven
I
Simone.
love being black. I love
Let's all
being
look
black,
at Ben.
for the record.
No, Raven Simone.
I'm
She
Jewish.
is in the news, you know, because last week she sat on The View, which she is a co-host for, and she made
Love
a
it.
very
Love it.
discouraging,
Was it really?
discriminatory
self-hating, it's
remark.
stupid.
Well, we got the clip, so we're gonna play it real quick. We'll come back and talk about it.
I'm not about to hire you if your name is Watermelon Andrea. That's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna hire you.
Yeah. So,
First of all, who
Watermelon-
named their child?
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Who
go,
named
go,
their
go.
child Watermelon Andre?
So the thing is, The View on that specific show, Whoopi, she introduced the topic was something like based on your name or something like that, and they introduced this very popular video which had like the top 60 quote unquote ghetto names, and it was a lot of names that went there, and Watermelon Andrea was one of them, but also a very popular blogger, Trey Melvin. He has a character named Drea, and it's short for Watermelon Andrea.
Smart.
Yeah. So Raven sat there in front of millions of people on last Thursday and said, "I'm not gonna hire you if your name is Watermelon Andrea." Twitter ate her ass alive.
They should.
Because they went from everything like talking about her hair, like you sitting there with this red ass hair in that ghetto hairstyle. They read her for her name,
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
Raven hyphen alternate spelling name of Simone
With an accent over
with
it.
an accent over it, and they completely went after her. But what do you guys think as far as just what the subject was having a quote unquote ghetto name getting you hired and stuff like that?
I've always said it before in the past. It's kind of hard when you have a name. It's like if you think racism exists in the workplace, try getting a resume with Watermelon Andrea Jenkins coming in there. Do you think they're calling you in? I'm thinking you're gonna have a hard time getting the first interview with that name. So you might want to just either change your name or shorten it to Drea Jenkins.
But like, is that compromising who you are? Why should you have to change? Like, if I am a qualified candidate to be president, and my name is
You're drinking on the internet.
Watermelon Andrea.
You're not getting hired. They ain't voting for Watermelon
But
Andrea on the ballot.
there's something to be said for being your full authentic self and not having to change that to make white people feel comfortable.
Well,
And that's really what it is.
Well, not even white people. There's black people who are like, what in the hell?
But why?
I've heard some
because we've
names.
been conditioned.
So you're on the side of Raven is what I'm getting, Delia.
Yeah, Delia
You're on
is-
the side of Raven, and that's okay. That is okay.
I agree people should be able to get a job. I just think it's going to make them harder to get past that resume.
Mm-hmm.
When that resume comes in and they're looking at all the resumes and they see Watermelon Andrea, they might not even go down to look at the qualifications.
But you can't help what your name is, and you shouldn't care. I mean, it's just a name. It doesn't really mean.
Also, white people are naming their kids Apple. That's like very close to
And I was gonna say, so then Joy, I think Joy was on there. Joy, she brought up how white people they use Apple. What's the mother kid's name? She did a couple of names of how like white people they do that kind of shit.
Like 7
So-
and 6 and 8.
Yeah.
But
So
the funny thing is,
So are you saying? But look, can you not have a Watermelon Andrea president, but you can have an Apple president
No,
because of the skin color?
I'm saying Apple's probably not getting called in either.
Probably not actually. Yeah.
Probably not getting
She's like
called
fucking
in
Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter. She'll be fine. Or
either.
son.
Her
or
last name's
whatever.
not Paltrow though, so it's Apple Rosdell. Who's she married to?
Chris
That guy from
Coldplay.
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 Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
Apple
It's
whatever.
gonna come like when I'm not even.
Yeah.
Apple
about it.
Coldplay.
When we get viewer
Shit,
questions.
Shit, now I
you'll
can't
remember.
stop thinking about you guys tweet us or text any of us if you know his last name is Chris
Something.
something that was married to
Coldplay.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh man.
I mean, I think it was stupid. She tweeted. She said that
It was another robot apology.
She said my comment was in poor taste. My lack of empathy toward name discrimination was uncalled for. But also, her father tweeted out as well support for his daughter, that him and his wife love their daughter. But went along the line and said something about she does say dumb shit.
That's not supporting. That's being like, she's crazy, and we know.
That's what I watch The View all the time, so I actually know that sometimes She thinks she's being funny. She puts things out. I'm not sure
Right.
that she necessarily means it. She's on there with 3 other comedians and trying to hang herself
Yeah.
with it.
Right.
You know?
I guess that's a good point. She is on The View.
Yeah.
And that's
She is
I don't
one
know
of the
if it-
comedians.
Sometimes I just think she's just talking before she thinks.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm trying to figure out if it's a good thing for ABC, because I think now people are kind of paying attention to The View, because every week it's like, what the fuck is Raven going to say this week to
Right.
piss us off? Because this isn't the first time Raven
Right.
has, pissed us off. So is ABC looking at like, well, any press is good press, like whether it's good or bad, or
Like, imagine if this was on ABC though. Like, we probably would get in trouble constantly.
all the time. That's why we wouldn't go on ABC.
And that's
We're more of a FX Comedy
Yeah,
Central
yeah,
style.
yeah.
And that's
Netflix.
After
If you're
hours.
looking for a show,
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
That's the other thing with Raven. I think she's speaking as if she's speaking to her friends and forget that she's on TV. Like, this is how she would normally talk. Girl, I wouldn't hire nobody with money. But then you forget that, I just said that in front of 55 billion people.
But she doesn't have
Yeah.
that thought, that
She
other
doesn't-
thought. She just
No.
keeps
She
going.
just keeps going. Right?
All right, well, you guys. So moving on, revisiting a old topic, you guys. So we mentioned last week that it's a lot going on behind the scenes here. So we mentioned last week that Dateline, they were going to be airing a special on Friday night. It was called The Cosby Accusers Speak. So 29 of Bill Cosby's accusers, they met to discuss sexual assault on Dateline. We got a little bit from that show, play it, and come back and talk about it.
He has me close my eyes, and he's stroking my hair, going down my neck and onto my shoulders. And every time I would flinch, he'd say, no, 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 you gotta relax.
If you were that hazy, people might wonder, how do you know something happened?
How do you not know? I didn't show up in a man's t-shirt, and I didn't show up with soiled panties, and I didn't show up scratched and bruised.
He really duped America, as far as I'm concerned. Here was this black man who was a pillar in the black community. I'm going to participate in knocking this man off his pedestal.
So why did you do it?
My conscience.
We're coming forward to say that we're not going to be oppressed, and we're not going to be abused, and we're not going to be treated in an unfair way.
So what's very interesting about this, the interview aired the same day that Bill Cosby sat down for a deposition for a lawsuit from Judy Hill, according to the Hollywood Reporter, alleged that he forced Judy Hughes alleged that he had performed a sexual act on him, that he had her perform a sexual act on him in 1974 when she was just 15 years old. On the special, a total of 29 women gave testimonies of being assaulted by the now 78-year-old comedian. Many of them had also been featured on the New York Magazine cover. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Right.
It came out a few months ago. Most of the women initially believed that Cosby would act as their mentor as he invited them to audition and read scripts. Beverly Johnson, who is one of the most high-profile of the women there, spoke out about being drugged by Cosby during an audition at his home in the 80s when she realized the cappuccino he offered was spiked. The testimonies were emotional and heartbreaking. You guys have seen them. You watched the special. What are your thoughts? Have they changed from when you first heard about the story to now, or do you just have the same opinion?
So first, Dealey.
I mean, if you don't want to speak on the subject,
No, I think speak on it. I think it's very sad. I think where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. The biggest blow, because I was one of those people I'm not sure I believe a lot of these people until Beverly Johnson came out. I was like, okay, Bill, you're going down. When Beverly Johnson came out,
man,
I know.
Why?
I think she is very respected, especially with the black
Credibility.
community,
It was all about
credibility
credibility.
but the black community and everybody else that was coming out was like not just white, but didn't look like somebody that,
What does that mean?
It didn't look. I don't know, because on this special they actually showed the pictures of these girls back in the day, and they all follow the lines of the Beverly Johnson. They're all models, and they've aged a little differently than they look. And I'm like, could he really have done that, or are they after something? But something about Beverly Johnson in the black community was like, that's credible. I'm not even questioning it at this point. And sadly, I did question some of the other ones. I think it's an unfortunate situation, but I actually think he probably did it.
I do want to say something about what you just said in terms of they don't look like.
I know.
That has nothing to do with sexual assault at all. Like how somebody looks or whatever. That has nothing to do with whether or not they were raped or sexually assaulted or anything like that. You don't have to be a model for somebody to take advantage of you in a sexual way. So,
I know, but they were.
Well, yeah,
they were all models.
Well, whatever. Even
Yeah.
if they weren't all models, that doesn't matter. They were still violated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hate Bill Cosby. I'm so tired of this. Move on next.
I mean, it's very. I'm sorry, Ben. Can you?
Oh,
can you?
I know we're all like a little exhausted with the coverage of it because it's been quite some time now. But I don't know. I think it's still probably good that they did this because it's giving victims a voice. I mean, I think enough people have come out that it's like it's a pattern. He most definitely did it, and most, if not all, of these women are very much so telling the truth.
I think
Yeah.
they're telling the
It
truth.
was-
I kind of wish they would have told the truth back then. And that's another thing that got me. It's like, why wouldn't
But,
you
you
say
know,
something? I
it-
get,
you
I
know,
get
well,
hard.
you know,
When
so
people like what's
in
going
the-
on. But this is it actually came to court, and it was a public thing. Was someone actually sued him, and no one came forward at all to
that
say
was
this happened to me to support
it was
the person
the
that was accused.
3 women, right? Wasn't it the 3 women? Or
Yeah.
something? They were called the Jane Does. But the thing is, all of their stories at the time, you know, they were all models or actresses and things like that. And at that time, Bill Cosby was, you know,
Powerful.
he was the President Obama of that point. Like his status and everything, it's like he was the top dude. So they're just like, if I speak out, because the one lady, she said she told her agent, and her agent's like,
don't
shut
Nobody
up.
will
Yeah,
believe
because
you.
they want to make money.
Everybody
It's-
believe you. This is Bill Cosby. So for a black man to have that much respect at a time, and you're trying to break into this industry or get, you know, started in this industry or maintain, it's like, well, you have to choose your career over.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that totally. When 3 people was in court, adding your voice to it, like they're all doing now. Why would they still believe nobody believed you?
But
It was
when
people-
other
doors, it was
people,
behind closed
people,
doors,
and,
though.
and also, you know,
There
people
was no
didn't
internet.
understand rape the way they do now.
Yeah.
Also,
You
there
know.
was no internet back then.
But
It was
Yeah.
totally different.
But it was understood back then. That's how the comedian came out and said it. If there was no internet, the guy came out because he's like, this was a case back in the day. Back in the 90s, was it?
But it was
The
was
first
only
case
recently
of-
that they stopped being like, but how are you dressed?
Right.
You know,
And
shit
no,
like,
no, it's not
and-
only recently. People still do that.
And on this
That's-
special,
that's
if
true.
I'm not mistaken, I'm going back to my memory. On this special, a lot of these models said, yeah, we heard about the other one that had sued. So they knew.
But not at the time. I mean,
They said it. They said it on the special. If I remember what the couple of people said, yeah, we had heard there was another girl that was suing for the same thing.
granted, all of them were not lucky enough, like Beverly Johnson, to, you know, have a lifelong, you know, career, as well as even Janice Dixon. She wasn't on the special, but she, you know, also alleged that Bill Cosby
Yeah.
had sexually assaulted her. She was lucky enough to have a career, so Beverly said she kept her mouth shut because for her, being a black woman, it's like you have this black man. She said in an interview, this black man who was the pillar of, you know, just success, of positivity in the black community. Am I going to be a part of tearing him down? And again, I don't know how any woman ever feels about it. And when the story first broke, the first time I heard it was not even about the suit from back then. Was when comedian Hannibal Buress did it in his stand-up. So it was all kind of like just a joke. It seemed like it was a joke. And then you had these women come out, and people were looking at these women as they are now, like this old woman talking about Bill raped her. So that's why people, I think, kind of was like, oh, this ain't happened, this ain't real. But you had over 40 women accuse you of a crime.
Yeah, it probably happened. It definitely probably happened. You know what? I'm thinking about it now, and there was another case where this happened with not changing stories or anything, but that whole B2K thing. And they pretty much labeled that guy as like
Chris
crazy.
Stokes?
Chris Stokes.
Yeah, and what's the guy? Raz B.
But it's interesting that people will believe a man. It's just
No, they don't believe him. I'm saying like what you're saying is probably right. This Raz B came out and said this is what happened to me, and he went into detail and tried to shoot people on the phone. They and they look at him like he's a pariah, like this didn't happen.
I mean,
People don't believe rape victims. People don't respect women. Like it's like a much bigger issue than like, oh, this is happening and it happened right now. People are coming out. The fact that like we've had to beat it to a pulp means that people still don't really believe that it's a viable issue. And like
Right.
Ambrose had that slut walk thing, and I think that was great because it stops the whole idea of slut shaming and like sexuality
What is that?
and slut
the walk?
shaming.
Slut walk.
The slut walk.
Oh,
the
it was like
Amber Rose
this.
thing.
It's a walk to raise awareness about,
Like
sexual
female
assault
sexuality,
against
yeah.
women, female
Yeah,
sexuality.
sex workers.
You know, I think the name is to garner attention.
Well,
I think.
of course.
Not sure if it's the best name, but I understand the movement.
But like for Amber Rose's brand. I think it's perfect.
Brandon Burrows is brand, but then I was kind of okay. So really quickly with that, I was kind of confused. I don't know if you guys watch Funny or Die, but Amber Rose, she recently released a video where she's walking down the street and everybody's like, "Did she just have sex?" Like she's pretty much doing the walk of shame, but she's so proud of it, and she's like, "Yeah, I fuck all the time. I think I fucked like 2 times yesterday."
Wow.
Like she's claiming I get it. But
what?
I don't know.
But like what? Because if a man was to do that, it will be totally okay. Like, and I think it's so great that she's doing that. I'm not an Amber Rose fan at all, but I think it's really beautiful for her to be like, "This is my body,
I
my
love
sexuality, and I can do with it what I want, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of it." Like, why should I be? Why do men get to have multiple sex partners in 1 week and be celebrated, and women get shamed for it? It's not fair.
It's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair. And the only thing, last part with the Bill Cosby thing. So Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on the Cosby Show, he finally released a statement, and he said, "My biggest concern is when it comes to images of people of color on television and film, no matter what negative stereotypes of people of color, we've always had the Cosby Show to uphold against that. And the fact that we no longer have that, that's the thing that saddens me the most, because in a few generations, the Huxtables will have been just a fairy tale."
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like that statement just was like, damn.
Right.
Because I don't know what network still reruns Cosby.
No.
Probably, if anyone's still doing it, it's
If
probably going to be
anybody's
no
still doing it.
one
I don't think
soon.
anybody does. So yeah, in a couple of years, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Those
we're gonna
actors
move
were
along.
living off those residuals
They was,
too.
I know they
bet.
pissed. Well, Raven got a job. Is it
Raven's fine
For now.
Right. I think they all ended up in a situation where they're all doing fine.
What's Malcolm Jamal Warner doing?
He pops up every now and then as
In
somebody's
what?
daddy in TV show. He works.
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
still works. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where I see it, but
It's like he just
pops
randomly
up. I'm like,
pops
oh,
up.
yeah,
He
you're on
still
the
works.
Cosby
All right,
Show.
so moving on from that. This story is very interesting. So we have a biology teacher by the name of Debbie Herkins. She had a very interesting way of teaching her class about the human body. She's a biology teacher at Groen Hart School. Not sure exactly where that is. This is in the Netherlands.
Okay.
She came to school, took off her clothes, and revealed a bodysuit which showed the human anatomy. This is a picture of her, and this is a picture of her suit. She wanted to use a more creative way to educate and engage her class. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it's
old is
really
he?
it's no different
Ninth
than
grade.
like that show, Mr. Goodbody or whatever he was. The guy who wore like the same suit, and it was a kids program to teach you about human anatomy. It's a little weird that she wore clothes over it and then took them off. Got up on the table and took them off. It's weird. I don't think it's necessarily clearly inappropriate, but the whole. I mean, she should have wore like a robe or just come in it and then explained it when the lesson began.
Look.
Well, hold on. Before you start that, so I'm reading a little bit more, and it says, as well as that suit, she also stripped off to reveal 2 more, one clearly showing where each of the body's muscles are located, and another Halloween-esque skeleton suit to convey bone anatomy.
I thought the bone one looked.
You guys can Google it, but yeah, that's the bone.
Yeah.
Listen.
Everybody's seen those
I
already.
think it's a lot better than her taking off her clothes and not having that on. So if we look at just weighing both sides
I like
of the
it.
fence,
I think it's cool.
But
I like it.
I think it was cool, but
I like it.
I think what Ben said, it's the idea of this woman kind of
just took off her
stripping,
clothes.
like in
That-
front of
You know,
these
she
kids.
should have come
but
in the outfit.
But because that's what she's doing to get their attention. You don't, guys. Ninth graders are crazy. Like kids are crazy, and like that's probably what she did to get them to pay attention.
Yeah, she
Don't
wants to
know,
get
man.
creative with it because kids. I mean, kids
Listen,
are bad as shit nowadays. They ain't really
they're
in class.
terrible.
If her kids are straight A, then she's doing something right.
Yeah.
If she
I
got
just-
D students in biology class, then
Right.
I'm just saying it's not working.
The only thing
She's
I
gotta
would
do
hope
something.
is that once she cleared it, hopefully with the principal, maybe the
She's not-
school
she did.
board.
She did.
But she's not
Okay.
showing
The
anything.
school board.
I
But-
don't
and
think
then
she
also-
did anything wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think she did anything wrong. Again, a creative way of doing it, but I would just say for her, to maybe like have the principal in class with you doing this, or a parent, be like, I'm sitting in class with you. Just Because when you read the headline for this, it just sounds very seedy.
Oh,
It
this
just sounds-
headline makes it sound, but it's a clickbait thing.
She didn't
It's
write
like,
the headline, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm all about covering your bases because I don't think she did anything wrong. I just
wasn't
wanted to
about
make
covering her
sure.
bases.
I mean,
I could understand why people could go after this woman. You know,
again, look up Mr. Goodbody. I mean, that was like a Sunday morning program for kids where it was a man dressed pretty much exactly the same, but weekly and on television. So I don't know.
Also in the Netherlands.
But then again, he didn't get up on a table and take his clothes
Yeah,
off.
actually, it's in Europe, so I'm
It's in
surprised
Europe,
it's caused any
It's like,
kind
it's
of
like not
Yeah.
a big
she
deal.
probably could have been
Yeah.
naked.
This is probably only an American story, I bet you.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so moving along, staying in the theme of school, we have a woman by the name of Sarah Dennis who is in the news because she gave her son a black eye for a bad report card. So you guys, here is a picture of Sarah. The Florida woman, she's accused of repeatedly beating her son with a belt and giving him a black eye because he got 3 F's on his report card. The boy is 12 years old. What do you guys think?
And how old is the mother?
How old is the mother?
How old is
25.
She's 25.
So she had it. No, I'm not gonna do it.
What?
You do it.
Do the math? You want the old math or the new
See,
math?
are
Either
y'all-
way, she was like 12
Wait a
or
minute
13
now. Are
when she
you
had her
slut
kid.
shaming? Are y'all slut shaming down there?
No, I know it. That's why. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't do it.
I don't
That's
know.
why
You
I
just
didn't do
talking
it.
about the slut walking.
That's why I didn't do it. That's why I didn't do it.
Everybody.
He got you on that.
I don't
That's why I didn't
know,
do it.
Bree.
That's why I didn't do
Wait,
it.
what they asked
No.
you tonight? Are you flip flopping on the issues?
First of all, as Bree said, why does a woman get to do it, a man not to do it, and a woman can't? Because she was 12. That's why she should be doing it. She's 12 or
13.
13.
You obviously didn't pass math in school.
Hey, it may have been a leap year. You don't know.
But look at this mugshot though. She looks like I beat his ass.
But that's what,
And what?
well, black parents do that.
She just wanted him to get an A.
Not a black guy. He can't even see to get an A
Right,
now.
they got a black
He
guy.
can't even see.
I mean, a black guy's extreme. Okay.
A black guy's extreme. That's abuse. Get
Yeah.
a switch, get a belt, take it to the high.
I mean, the
Which
kid
is-
definitely.
The
That's
kid
still
told
abuse.
the cops, he was like,
Not a
she
black
used to
eye
spank me,
abuse.
but now that I'm older
That's
and
still
can
crazy.
take more, what was it, pain?
Right.
She uses a
She
closed
uses
fist
yeah,
now. Is
closed
what the
fist.
kid said. A 12-year-old
I feel
kid.
like
Yeah, 2 black eyes.
it's something behind. It's
one.
something behind this. I feel like she came home because she's 25. She done had a long day at work, a fight with her boyfriend or something. She took it out on that child in a
But
quick
that's
reaction.
not fair to the kid.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
not
he's
fair.
12,
No, I'm
yeah.
not forgiving her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I get that it's a really tough situation because that's a really young mom.
That's a really young mom.
That's a
That's
really young mom, but it's
Like,
again,
is
it's not fair to
anybody
the
here
kid.
25? No, we're older than that. And I don't
Yeah,
know how to
I
do
don't want
anything.
kids.
I don't know how to do anything with kids.
All right, last thing, you guys, hot topic. So this woman in the news, Jennifer Connell, she lost a lawsuit of $127,000 against her nephew. Now, interesting thing, her nephew is 12 years old, and the reason that she sued him is because he was so excited to see her, he jumped into her arms and accidentally broke her wrist.
I believe she quoted him saying he jumped and said, "I love you."
Yes. She said, I was at a party recently and it was difficult to hold the hors d'oeuvres plate. Bitch, are you a waiter?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, she lives at a third
She told-
story
Maybe.
Third story building, yes.
in Manhattan.
In Manhattan. It says that
If you gotta sue 12-year-olds, you don't need to live
Right.
in Manhattan.
She said that he
Well,
broke
I
his
don't-
wrist by leaving her arms. This was back in 2011. A human resources manager claims she's still suffering. And Sean said the 12-year-old boy sat in court with his father. His mother died last year. And the story is his mom left him some money.
So she wants it.
So you
That's her way of
suing this
getting
12-year-old boy for $127,000.
Is that even something you can do?
Your nephew.
Okay.
It is.
You
I
got
mean,
me now.
This is the woman right here.
Wow.
She looks like she's okay.
They
It
only
looks
show,
like
they're not
she's
showing
doing
their
all
wrist.
right.
They not
yeah,
showing their wrist.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We're not seeing her wrist.
So let me get this straight. So his mother, maybe her sister, I'm assuming, or something, left the son a lot of money. She's probably mad that she didn't get it in the will or she got lesser in the will.
Right.
So now she's suing the kid. First of all, why is a 12-year-old jumping on? How big is a 12-year-old? I've seen some 12-year-olds that look damn near 22.
But he's 12.
Right, he's 12.
You don't really, and she quoted him when she testified, saying like what he said when he jumped on her is "I love you." It was not malicious.
He said, Auntie Jen. All of a sudden, he was in the air and she had to catch him when she tumbled on the ground. And remember him shouting, "Auntie Jen, I love you." And he was flying at her.
Get better shoes. Don't sue 12-year-olds.
I'm saying though, how big was his 12-year-old when he was born? Was he 16 pounds, 8 ounces? We don't know.
And she's at a party and couldn't hold the hors d'oeuvres plate.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm assuming
She
you
might
have
have
a
told
nice
him.
amount of money. In fact, you claim you're at this party holding the hors d'oeuvres plate.
Yeah.
Unless you're working the party, which
She could have been. It
She
could have been
could
her
have
party.
Maybe it's also her job. Maybe she's a caterer.
Right, well, that's her job, but she can't
She
do her
lives
job.
in a
Jeff.
you
third
know
story
what?
place.
You guys could be right, but I'm gonna go out on
She
a limb.
lives in a third-story place
I'm
in
gonna
Manhattan.
admit, and we're gonna say we highly
She's
dismiss
looking
it.
for
You
money.
can go out on a limb, but I'm thinking if that little kid got on a limb, it might break. It might not be as strong a limb.
Whatever. All right, you guys. So that's gonna be it for Hot Topics right now, you guys. We're gonna take a very, very quick break and come back with viewer questions.
Ever since I left the city, 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 city. Ever since I left the city, 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 city. Ever since I left the city, 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 city. Ever since I left the city.
All right, you guys, and we are back. It is time for viewer questions. Here you go, man.
Oh goodness!
It's time for viewer questions, you guys. This is our favorite part
This
of
is
the show.
my favorite part.
This is my absolute favorite part.
Remember, if you
'Cause
guys
are
have any
crazy.
questions that you want to send us, it can be a question, anything, work, relationship, dating. Doesn't matter. We'll do our best to help you out. Just send it to us, tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. So going through the inbox today. First question. I'm dating a girl that I recently found out knows one of my homeboys. My homie said he smashed her, but
Smash the homie.
he smashed her, but she said that it didn't happen. I put them both in the room together to confront the issue, and she still said they did not have sex because he just put it in for like 30 seconds. I'm confused. Is she a lying hoe, or does my homie just have a weak stroke? What to do? What to do?
Well, I guess if it was confirmed that.
So penetration did happen.
Yeah.
I guess it's about the
So I guess they kind of had.
30 seconds is not.
So it doesn't count.
Well, I mean, but
So
what does it
30 seconds
matter? It
does
was
not count.
before the. I mean, I guess
How
it
many
really it's
seconds counts?
semantics.
Is it like how many seconds count as a YouTube view?
My question is, why does it matter so much to
How
the
many
person
seconds
who
do-
wrote
wait,
the
is
email?
that a
It was
thing?
before they
That's
were.
a real thing. How many seconds count as a YouTube view?
I don't know. Just saying. I know
Y'all
this is
better
a-
watch this thing for at least
Wait.
30 seconds. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not enough though. If you want to be satisfied, it's not enough.
Listen, take it from me. I don't even know why you should take it from me. But if you already have doubts on this girl, whether she did that, you don't need to be with her.
That's
You
true.
already know trust her or anything in the relationship, and you're already holding her at a level of like with
you
a
put her
side
in a
eye.
room with a black light already
Right?
because she might have had sex with a friend of yours.
My question is, why does it matter? Because it was before Hannah. It's like, why are you bringing these two people in the room? She should break up with you because you're fucking crazy to be so obsessed with what she did before you were in her life.
Yeah, you're insecure.
I want to
Sorry,
hear
bro.
her email.
Sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
You're
Yeah.
insecure. Bye.
All right.
They're
So,
smashing.
next question. My boyfriend wrote you because I had sex. No, I'm just kidding. That's not.
I wish.
No, next question. I'm a college freshman. Ever since I moved away to come to college, my mom decided to get a Facebook and Instagram account.
my
Now,
mom
every
too.
time a nice young female comments on my page, she chimes in and it's very embarrassing. I told her to chill out, but she just plays the "I'm your mother" card. Now it's getting to the point where I think she's a cock blocker. My next step is to report her and get her account suspended.
Yeah, totally.
What do you think?
Do
I should do?
You're fucked. You're fucked.
no,
Your life's
no.
over.
Report her.
Just block her.
She won't know. Like parents don't know. They don't get it. So just report her, block her, and you'll be good. My mom.
That's what I'm saying.
Mom, if you're watching this, you do the same thing, and it's kind of annoying. So
My mother, she is on social media, and she's on social media a lot. Instagram, Facebook. She was on Twitter, but she kind of got off Twitter. At first, when I first saw her on it did kind of like, ooh, my mother's going to be watching my life, or
Yeah.
whatever I put out there. But then I said, wait, I'm a grown-ass man. So if my mother wants to see, my life on social media, whatever I'm putting out there, that's her choice to sit there either with her eyes wide open or with her hands covering her eyes. But
oh yeah, because he be posting some pictures.
what do I be posting?
You be
thirst
posting some
traps,
picture.
thirst traps down,
Thirsty.
please.
That was a period in my life.
You were like thirst trapping for the guys, and it was body. I'm not mad. I loved it. I liked every single one.
Hey, look at your phone. Your phone is ringing. I think it's your mom calling.
She watches this show.
She probably like,
I know.
first of all, let me tell you something.
Right. My mother, she watches. She will text me after to
My mom too.
if somebody's sitting here. She tells me that she loves you, Brie. She will sit here and say
I
something
love
about
you.
like, oh, I like this topic. I didn't like this topic. Like, and clearly we speak very freely here about a lot of things. and she just supports. So I have a supportive mom. That's what I have.
That's great.
I love you too, Mama Smith. Mama Smith, I love you too.
Hi,
Be
Mama
my
Smith.
friend.
Hi, Mom.
But y'all want to report and suspend y'all mama's account.
No, my mom's my Facebook friend. I mean, like
Not
I.
mine.
Your
I
mom is
chat with
your
his mom.
Facebook friend. That sounded so weird.
It
It
is.
does. And like you said, I'm an adult now. She's, you know what I mean, my Facebook friend. She's gonna either like see my shit and like accept it, or don't be my Facebook friend.
My grandma asked to be my friend on Facebook, and I won't. Like, she keeps on asking me.
Except.
No, I keep on declining it. She keeps asking me because she's old and doesn't understand.
She probably won't even like use it. She just wants to
spy.
My grandmother's my friend on Instagram and Facebook, but she doesn't use them. So that's why I'm like.
My mom likes every single one of my
She keeps
Instagram.
asking that she's using.
She's using it.
The one thing I've done with family on social media is like I will block their ability to see when I'm online for messaging.
I do that to just human beings.
Oh yeah.
Like my Facebook notification, it always says offline.
Yeah.
I hate when I'm sitting, if I'm actually not on my phone but on my laptop, and people just pop up.
Oh, people are so weird about that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like AIM.
Oh, AIM.
Those days are over.
What was your screen name for AIM?
I don't even remember.
Do you remember yours?
It was Atari 1223.
What was yours?
Slut number 1.
I believe that.
Right.
Google him. Google image search him.
Yeah.
That's not say slut.
Do we have what was it called? Chat room? What was it? The
Chat room.
Chat roulette.
Wait, what was that? Like we like had like cyber sex. That's
Yeah. Back in the day.
People still have cyber sex.
Yeah.
but like
that's texting.
yeah, but it's
that's
like
all it's sexting.
it's more immediate now.
Yeah.
Cyber sex was like a whole thing. Let's move on.
All right, you guys. Next question. I was dating this guy on and off for the past 4 years. We last broke things off late last year. In the entire 4 years, he wanted to act like we were together, but never made it official. I always thought it was a commitment issue thing, but now I learned that he is married.
That changes
Hang on.
everything.
And he is married to some bitch he's known for almost 8 months.
So what?
And they live together. It's taking everything in my soul not to show up on the doorsteps and beat the shit out of both of them.
Wait.
I mean, I don't want him back on account. Wait.
I'm so
I don't get the
Hang on.
time frames. I'm so confused. You're crazy.
I mean, I'll go back. I mean, I don't want him back on account of his penis being small.
Okay.
But I feel bamboozled and wasted all those years. Is it okay to go over there and fuck some shit up?
Wait, I don't even understand.
I don't understand either. Was it that
she
they were like
dating guy on and off for these past 4 years? They broke things off late last year. But during the entire 4 years, he wanted to act like they were together, but they technically never made it official.
So then he met a woman for 8
Then he met a woman for 8
For like
months
4
and married her.
yeah.
What's the person's name?
Well, time to move on.
Anonymous.
Greg.
Was it a dude?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't get the math at first.
So is it okay to go over there or just keep
No,
it?
it's not
you're
okay
crazy.
to go there.
This story's crazy.
Hey,
Move on.
They already
You
moved
nut.
on. You
No, talking
already
about the
moved-
other person, not the.
Well, no, the other person, the person who wants
The
to go over
boyfriend
and
moved
beat
on.
the husband and wife's
the girl that
ass.
wrote the letter that hasn't moved on.
Yeah, the person who wrote the letter.
The person that wrote the letter hasn't moved on.
But they
I'm
had
sorry
moved on
you
because
hurt.
they said they broke up, and then they found
No.
out. Yes,
It
what he
said
said.
that
He said they broke up and
They
they found
broke
out
things
later.
off.
That doesn't mean broke up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they had it was
Oh my
off and
God.
on because he never wanted to make it
They probably
official.
just having sex.
So she had feelings. He was
shouldn't.
the one that was clearly.
You shouldn't hang
Yeah.
with someone for 4 years if they're not going to make it official for 4 years. That's on you.
People is lonely these days.
Yeah. Tinder's
hard.
There's
bad.
online dating. You don't need to
That
deal
ain't-
with these
nah.
people.
It's online fucking.
People is
Anybody
lonely.
dating online?
I like online dating.
I've
Tell
never
us
done
about
that,
that.
so.
How is online dating?
That's how I met
Well,
my
how was? Because
boyfriend.
now you have a boyfriend.
That's how I met my
How did you
boyfriend.
guys
Are
meet?
you
Give us the
watching,
quick
baby?
version.
Hi.
Give us a quick version.
He like hit me up. He asked
Which
to go
app?
to
Which app?
You say, hey girl, ASL.
On you will say what?
Yeah, so on Hinge.
Hinge,
And
I
then he
never
hit me
heard
up. He
that.
was like, said we were gonna hang out. He was like, let's go to this museum the night of. I'm like, no, we have to make plans. So we like made plans about it, and then he took me out, and now we're dating, and I love him.
Really? Oh.
That's an interesting place to suggest as a
Hinge.
museum as the
Hinge.
first place.
No,
Hinge.
yo, he went to like this art show. He's like in art, so. Hi.
Well, no, I wasn't judging it. I thought that was cool.
No, he's
Yeah.
awesome.
And since last
Yeah.
week's conversation, has he been living up to the 4 times a week?
yeah.
Avery's boyfriend.
Yes, hi,
Here's
baby.
the question. You can lie to me if you want to. Has he gotten rid of his Hinge account?
I mean,
Have
I
you
think
gotten rid of
so.
your
I
Hinge account?
got rid of mine. He's gotten rid of
Okay.
his, I think. I mean, I don't know. Check on it.
Yeah,
but-
no. It's like,
See, Delia's, we gonna put up Delia's planting seeds down there. Bree gonna come back next week. Sorry,
like viewer question.
It turned out this nigga was married.
Alright, so that's gonna do it for viewer questions this week, you guys. You can email us at tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. We'll do our best to help you out, whatever your situation is. We're gonna take a quick break and come back and let you guys know what we are obsessed with.
Everybody is on. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody! Shots, 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 shots. Since I left the city, ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city.
All right, guys, welcome back. So we're about to wrap things up, but first we want to do what we do every week and let you guys know what we have been obsessed with. Delius, go ahead, take us away.
Go ahead first, Brianna.
Ladies
Let's
first.
see if mine is like, you know.
Okay, so like I'm really obsessed with Snapchat. I know I'm super late, but I just got it and I love it because you could be really obnoxious and maybe a tiny bit vain and it just goes away. So it's not like Instagram where like people can see your vanity or like whatever and like, oh, there's only selfies. It's like you can do that every day and it'll go away. And then you can do these weird faces. I'm really into Snapchat. So follow me. Okay.
Follow me. Whoop, whoop.
Your turn.
I am obsessed with the brilliance of Taylor Swift still.
I think that
I
she's
don't
brilliant, too.
understand
Brilliant.
how
What does
she
she
keeps
do
keeping
now?
her weight. Well, you know that song Bad Blood? I actually did not like that song. I didn't think it was that great, but she's got Kendrick.
I liked it because Kendrick was on it.
But she got Kendrick. But now there's a version where Taylor just sings the hooks. Kendrick does all the verses. And it's dope. And they put a hip hop beat underneath. I'm like,
Really?
she
hear
keeps finding a way.
She's got a
She's
good
smart.
song coming out
She's
soon.
smart.
Did you hear about what happened with her current
Whether she
boyfriend?
broke up or not.
Wait,
Well,
who was
yeah,
she
because
with?
there was like the
Calvin
rumor
Harris.
that
So I do not follow or know anything.
Well, let me give you this.
I just happened to read about this
I don't
this
know
morning.
what y'all talking
Apparently, she broke up with him. Radar Online was reporting that she broke up with him because he was photographed by paparazzi coming out of a
Okay, I did hear about
massage
the
parlor that's
happy
known
ending.
for
Happy
giving
ending.
Yeah,
head
it's
spots.
like he was in there
Okay,
for 2
okay.
hours.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, and he's got a massage person on staff. So
Sorry, girl.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about that.
can't
That
wait to
looks
hear that
really
song.
bad because it's like maybe there was a waiting room thing, you know. But
So
if he has
waiting
someone
room
on,
thing.
but if he has someone on staff,
Yeah, all right.
her new
that
song,
looks bad.
the new song,
and that's gonna be
DJ's a prick is gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
Celebs are just
Yeah.
All
like
right, Ben, what are you
Just like
obsessed
that.
with?
They just released the teaser for season 2 of Daredevil. Season 1 was so fucking good, and season 2 looks like it's gonna be nuts. Did you guys watch season 1 of Daredevil on Netflix?
No.
No.
Just the white boy in the room. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking good. They had like hands down like the best like fight scenes in not only in television but in film in general. In a long time.
The three of us watched the CW was called the WB.
Here's the clip.
Guilt can be a good thing. It's a soul's call to action. The indication that your work is not yet finished. Bang.
That looked amazing.
You didn't even watch it. Shut up. It's on Netflix, and I know you have an account. Give it a chance.
I will not lie, I've never watched it.
Yeah. Last week they're giving me shit about wrestling.
Uh-oh. All right, so me, what I'm obsessed with, Bree, I love what your obsession was, because mine is also something that's old, not new, but it's renewed to me. Twitter. I'm obsessed with Twitter. So tonight I was watching the debate, and I live tweeted the entire debate, and I was just so obsessed with like how fast like everybody was tweeting, what people were saying, how fast I was getting things up, and people were retweeting and responding to me. Like, I really fell in love with Twitter all over again, and like I was just literally like I just want to just be tweeting all day. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
Did you guys see that thing? There's like this photographer who took pictures of people without their phones in their hands to show how addicted we are to like technology.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
It's really actually kind of sad because it's like all these pictures. It's a picture of this couple in the bed with their backs face each other with their phone, but the phone disappears. So you could just see the distance between everybody. Everybody's at the dinner table like this.
That's interesting.
I don't know what that has to do with Twitter, but
very interesting. All right, so you guys, let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook. Actually, I don't add people on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Thought about that for a second.
Why don't you add
You
people on
just
Facebook?
got your Instagram recently, though.
I
weren't using it.
I've been working on Instagram, right? I've been
So,
staying up with it.
yeah.
I didn't understand the importance of it until I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start doing.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Instagram at Delius Kennedy, _. Kennedy, and I'm on Twitter at Blackface BLAKFAS.
And you can find the Grammy on the mantelpiece.
Yes.
Grammy.
What?
Grammy family.
Oh, let's not talk about me all the time.
Okay. You can find me at Brianna, BRIANA, and Price everywhere. Snapchat, follow me because I really like it. And that's it.
You can find me at the Ben Kaplan on all forms of social media except for Snapchat, because I originally thought I wanted to keep that private because I didn't know how much I could behave. But if you really want to find me there, it's BJONK.
BJ.
Yeah, my first two initials.
Right?
Yeah.
See how we stopped there.
So you know where that's headed.
After talking like he couldn't behave.
Benjamin John Kaplan.
All right, you guys can find me on everything at Jeffro5 or reach me via Taco Talk Tuesday. Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, it's fun.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Please go to our YouTube page and just click that little subscribe button right there. We really appreciate that. We'd love to get these numbers up. Any last words? Any final thoughts?
I love you.
Love you.
Be really crazy with your emails next week, guys.
Taco Talk Tuesday at gmail.com, you guys. We will catch you next week. Wherever you go.
Ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city.